Hi everybody, Mark here, 911 Rapid Response, and we are on Doc 360. This is our second episode, so it's exciting. We got some cool product here with you. So I got AJ on my left, I got Jeremy on my right. And before we get into these gentlemen, we're going to go over two questions that came across that we picked, and those two are going to be, you guys got it, how often does Bill shave? So, Bill shaves every 2 weeks and about 3 hours, so it depends on a lot of things. The sun, he said, can make a big difference on this. It can make a difference on how many hours he sleeps a night, if he's stressed out or not. Now, we know he's not stressed out at work because he loves his job, so he's not stressed out at work. So it depends, but on average, he says it goes 2 weeks. Sometimes he stretches 3 out of it, just depends on the hibernation schedules and everything else. So
I didn't even know he shaved.
Yeah, I guess he does.
Does he need to shave?
I honestly think he probably waxes.
Well, he said like that was like 2 weeks of build up. I was like,
he's pretty.
what's going? I didn't see anything.
I mean, I thought it was more like fur, but I didn't really know what it was. But I thought it was like dust bunnies, like you find on the floors.
Well, because he's working real hard.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, we're hard workers.
I mean,
yeah.
They crawl
Way to look out for your colleagues.
You get the dust bunnies when
one.
you're working hard, man.
That's a good one. So, and the other thing we got is how much does a small vehicle build cost? That is a great question, actually, because we get that at least 2-3 times a week, if not more. Sometimes we'll get that question of how much does a small vehicle cost to have built in our shop? Listen, that's like me telling you to go to the shoe store and buy me my favorite pair of shoes, right? Like, you have no idea. There's no relevance to this. So small vehicle builds can be me taking a magnet mount beacon light, sticking it up in the roof and plugging it in your cigarette lighter for $99, okay? Or small vehicle builds could be 2 grow lights in the grill, maybe 2 lights in the back deck or something, and maybe a mini bar in the roof. So there's really no, there isn't. There's no answer to that question other than give us more information, right? So if you want to know how much something's going to cost, give us an idea of what you're looking for. Yeah. So give us an idea and say, okay, I don't have a big budget. I have $1,000 to work with, and I want my lighting exterior, right? Mm-hmm. That'd be a good example. Mm-hmm. Then we can say, okay, we're going to be able to give you this, 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 and this.
Right.
But sometimes people say, well, I have a small budget, and then they tell us they have $3,000, and we can get you a lot of stuff for $3,000, sure, in the shop. So it just depends on what you want. So all I can say is just maybe some better communication if you want something quoted.
Well, it's a lot like the gun sales. Tell
philosophy
us what you want
of
it
use.
to do.
Philosophy of use.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Cause
that's a big word, AJ.
Well, yeah. I mean, I did a crossword this morning.
That's where you
find
it in your crossword. What was
yeah,
another word?
Yeah, that was in the word jumble. Like, I just had to circle that one.
So you found it by accident.
I found it by accident.
Make the rest of the words
I think I actually cut half of the word off. It was actually much longer, but I didn't have the time.
With a newspaper.
I was excited, you know.
You know what else I want to let everybody know too on episode 2 here is that Mom hasn't emptied the trash can in my put and since that last episode. Yeah, I think that upset her. But I apologized like 30 times. I brought her Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I changed her oil in her truck. I did all kinds of stuff. Yeah. But it didn't cut it yet. It still hasn't cut it.
So. Not a sponsor.
I'm still working on
not
that.
A sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Nope, no sponsors. So yeah. But hey, we got AJ and Jeremy here. So Jeremy's a showroom operation manager. We got AJ, which is
gun nerd.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was gun nerd or if it was like housekeeping or
Jeremy's assistant.
Depends on the outfit for the day.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, but yeah, these guys are gun nerds. Now I'm a light nerd, right? You guys all know this. You probably know this is how the business really started. But I like guns. I mean, I'm a canine cop, right? Mm-hmm. So guns are cool. Kind of need one to protect myself when I'm working. Mm-hmm. But a whole nother Doc 360 episode there, right? But,
yeah.
So we're going to go over some guns. So guys, tell me where do you want to start? Tell me what you got here on the table.
We brought in 6 examples that we thought would be a good mix for today. All are, I mean, we're a first responder store, so most of them are a little bit towards the tactical side, but a little bit of everything. We're going to start off with the one that was the talk of last.
Oh yeah, this is the one where I didn't know how to spell it.
This is your your Grand Power Stribog, okay? So a lot of people are really getting into the sub gun game, and this is an absolute joy at the range.
Okay.
9mm comes with 3 of these 30-round stick mags.
So this mag you can actually see? It's a see-through mag.
Yeah,
If
so you
our
can keep
viewers
tracking
can't
around
see
count.
that we can look at it easily.
They just did this one. This is the non-reciprocating model, so you don't have to worry about this charging handle come back and busting your knuckles. But awesome gun.
So the charging handle stays. What you're saying
Right.
stays forward all the time.
It
Okay.
doesn't move as the bolt reciprocates.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Fires from
See,
a
I'm
closed
learning
bolt.
too, right? Because this is new.
Yep.
I mean, this is
All-
cool stuff.
all
to
of
me.
them
I never
come
shot
here.
one of these yet, so
They have a threaded barrel? Not yet.
not yet.
We will be putting one of these in the rental case very shortly.
Ooh, I can run it.
We're going to be stocking these with the brace as well, because it's a pistol, has to have a brace. But we're going to put one of the brace models in the rental case, so it's a little more user-friendly for the range. But these are available now. Fantastic guns made in Slovakia.
So this has what rail on the top, rail on the bottom. So we can,
Yep.
like what for sight, what for
Easy-
scope, or what
easy
for
to
sight
put a
are we
red dot
using
on
this,
top.
right? Okay.
Personally, I'd stick with something small, like one of the little Hollison reflex sights we have. And yeah, easy to slap a light onto the bottom. I should have modded that out before.
Well, and actually,
that's why I'm asking questions,
with,
guys.
with this one actually has so what they call the M-lock attachment sections on the side. So you can actually put like a light activator down here, and you could mount the light down here.
So you can just go up and
So
push
you're
the
not,
light
yeah,
activator.
so you're not real cramped. Or some people might choose to put like the light on the side, and then put like some sort of a little angled foregrip or something there to index. Because I mean, keep you away from the muzzle of the gun when you throw your support end up
Probably
there.
putting your finger in front is probably bad.
yeah.
I mean, you could
Okay.
do it, but only once, type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
So
You won't have to
But,
worry about it. You won't have to
you
worry
wouldn't have
about
to
it
worry.
again.
Yeah,
You could do it a few times,
Yeah.
possibly.
10 to be exact.
Well, now you got to pull the trigger.
you're gonna get dizzy after like the second time. You're gonna start fading out.
Can we do can we put a sling on this? Can you sling this gun?
Yeah.
Actually,
so
yeah.
most of the time, when you have a brace on it, this adapter gets changed out,
Yeah.
and either
So
the
if
brace
I want
itself
this
or the
to
adapter.
hang like here or something, or sling it around my
Yeah.
back, I can do
Yeah.
that.
Or you could do like a
I'm like
a
talking
multi-mount.
stupid by asking that question.
No.
No,
Okay.
no,
I
not
mean,
at
even
all.
just having the pick rail, we could do like a sling mount off the top and off the front,
Yeah.
so you could just wear it around. But
Does it come in different calibers, or is it just 9?
just 9.
So
Just 9. I
Okay.
mean,
The,
trust me,
in-
that's
the
the one
industry's
you want.
the industry's
Yeah, I
kind of
know.
heading for primarily they're geared more towards 9mm right now for the sub guns and for handguns, because it seems like a lot of agencies and a lot of departments and even the FBI, even the military, they're going towards 9. So
why is that trend? Why like before it was like, oh, I gotta have a 45, like that's the best thing in the world, or
Because the
Then I got a
9mm
40.
cartridge has kind of been developed to the point that its terminal ballistics and performance has gotten far better
Mhm.
than what it was in like the 90s.
okay.
and they've
So-
actually
So basically, we were making bullets better than what we
right,
were before.
exactly.
right, and they've actually
So-
dumped a lot more time and money and energy into developing 9mm rounds than any other like pistol
And more
caliber.
testing.
So
Okay.
But I can tell you, I've
pretty
shot a lot of sub guns, whether it be an H&K or a Chris. This thing shoots wicked soft, has a nice trigger, and this guy sells for under $700.
yeah,
So
Oh, that's pretty
it's
good.
it's an awesome package.
yeah, it's a lot of
And
value.
with
A
everything
lot of
they're
value.
shipping it with now, it's fantastic.
Yeah, 3 mags,
cool.
3 30-round mags in the box
Mm-hmm.
from factory. That's pretty.
So you
pretty
get 3
outstanding.
mags right out the
Yeah.
get-go.
right out of the
And
gate.
that's a lot of times a big expense getting extra
Yep.
mags. So we'll move right into another pistol.
Okay, cool. So
Staying
you're
on that same track.
Down on the floor.
Another one from Grand Power that we just recently brought in. This is the X-Trim 22. Awesome 22 caliber pistol. It is single double action, hammer fired obviously.
Sure.
Nice oversized controls, so if that you were running it with gloves, it's not going to be hard to manage. It doesn't feel like a child's toy like a lot of the small 22s out there.
It has a nice bounce to it. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever held one of these. Is there a reason?
Well, we just brought them in.
Oh, well, that would be why.
These
That's
literally
why I
came
haven't
out.
New, yeah.
These literally came during the
It
last.
kind of has a pretty
session.
cool like exterminator look across the
Yep.
top, doesn't
And
it?
that first thing you notice is
So-
the skeletonized slide. It is a wicked light slide.
I was just gonna say, are they doing that to help so it takes some weight off the
Yep.
front of this barrel?
And because of that, you don't need really high velocity ammo to work that action.
So if you're a little limp wrist or something, somebody's shooting it.
More
what's
so, a
what
lot of
happens
the
with
22s on the market are very picky with ammo.
Yeah.
They won't run without the high velocity stuff, whereas this is very tolerant on ammo.
that? And that's just because our slide's lighter weight, so it retracts easier.
That's one of the factors,
Okay.
but there's a few there.
Lighter
That's
slide
definitely a
means
big
they can
part.
use a lighter spring, and basically the whole system
So-
is set up to make it more reliable through
So
different.
it's a 22s, right? So people are gonna be like, well, why do I want a 22 this size? Like, what are people using this gun for?
Well,
like, what's the
for
purpose?
one, awesome target practice. Get your fundamentals. You're training with using a full-size firearm, but without having like a large caliber cartridge.
Mhm.
And for two,
So
as
like,
you
if
notice,
they want,
this has a threaded barrel. I don't know if you've ever fired a 22 suppressed, but it is delightful.
Yes.
So if
You don't even need hearing protection.
so if our viewers or somebody wanna have a new shooter or something come into
Mhm.
it, but they're scared of recoil,
Exactly.
but they
Yep.
want fundamentals
Exactly.
of the whole gun fundamental,
Right.
basically,
And-
right?
and
They
22 is cheap to
have it with
shoot.
us.
Exactly.
Everybody likes
Yeah.
cheaper ammo.
It's a lot. Someone new to shooting can get a lot more out of the experience and can focus a little bit more on those fundamentals the first couple times because there's very little recoil, as he mentioned, and there's a lot less noise. There's a lot less report. So the startle effect, where you see people really flinch with the gun,
Yep.
it's a lot easier to get people in and started on good habits. Starting with a 22.
So one thing that I noticed right away with this gun is it's ambidextrous,
Yep.
Mhm.
right? So I'm a left-handed,
And
which
the
is
controls are like identical.
really a problem for me
Right.
because I'm left-handed.
Right.
But I have safety, I have mag release.
Yep.
But the thing is a lot of your mag release and a lot of your guns is you have to change it,
You have to move them.
And
like
you
I have
don't
to move
on
it.
this one.
Yeah.
and you don't have to, which is great. So if I'm shooting, with friends or somebody and they want to shoot the
You
gun,
can pass it right back and forth.
you
without
don't have
any
to worry
adjustment.
about this,
Yeah.
So especially like when I'm doing, like practicing jams or stuff like that, it's real difficult depending on what duty weapon I'm using. I have to flip my hand, I have to lock my slide back. I got a lot
Yeah,
of
you have to
hand
modify your movements.
Yeah,
Right.
and I've just trained myself over time because not a lot of companies have
Right.
options like this. Same with the actual slide lock back itself. It's on both sides.
Right.
That's I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't see that often.
No.
I mean, so you guys work with guns every day. I don't,
It's an awesome.
I work
piece.
with you. So, but, yeah. Now it does not have, there's no decock or nothing like that.
Not on this.
Correct.
One, no.
Okay. Do they offer this other than a 22 like this that looks like this?
Yes, they do have other models that are in that X trim part of the name is that design. So they do have some of their, I think like the K100, I think
Right.
is available in an X trim. So if you wanted 9mm or something outside of that, it can be in that.
So you can get a
build.
9 and something like this,
Yep.
basically,
Right.
what you can get. Does it still have the
Yep.
the
Yep.
rail?
Yep.
So it still
Looks
has this
exactly like
it
But
still
it's
has this
a little bit heavier.
cool factor, right?
Mhm.
So, but it's going to be a little bit lighter. Obviously, we're taking metal out of the top
Yes.
Right.
rail. I mean, that's kind of
Right.
common sense. But I mean, guns are like, I would say probably fellas like, guns are like if you talk to 50 different people, you get 50 different opinions.
Oh, yeah,
probably,
absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, but
So-
there still tends to be a
Absolutely.
general consensus on
Yeah.
certain things, things that people do or don't like, and this one's been really well reviewed.
So this has a rail at the bottom, like most
Yep.
firearms do. I mean,
Right.
And it is a
But-
standard rail, not something proprietary.
like you don't have to have this specific light to match
Exactly.
Right.
this specific gun, so that's good. So overall, 22. If you want something that has basically a hammer on it, this is a great gun to
Yep.
learn on.
Yeah.
So some people are comfortable with this, some people don't want this. So it's just fair. So AJ, where is the metal made from for this gun?
To be honest, I'm not sure where they get
He doesn't
their.
know that answer. I'm disappointed.
I'm not sure where
Were
they
you
get
like
their.
digging for just
Yeah, I was
something
just
you
digging something.
I
to
mean,
find something.
basically,
just
My-
because
he knows, like,
my guess,
everything.
it's
Like-
they're made in Slovakia.
the gun is
okay.
itself.
Now, when you look at Eastern Europe,
this is
companies,
gonna go way down the rabbit hole now.
how
I asked for this.
how
one.
deep do you want me to go? So basically,
Tell them.
in in that general region, like you're looking at companies like Grand Power, you're looking at CZ. The ore that they have access to is extremely rich. So you got a lot of really awesome barrel manufacturing. You get really great tolerances on slides and frames. Anybody that knows anything about companies like CZ, companies like Grand Power, the barrels are extremely well made. Basically what that means to the shooter is you get a lot of accuracy, a lot of repeatable accuracy, and in most cases you get a barrel that you can never shoot out.
Yeah,
You can never shoot the rifling out of.
So once you buy it, you got it.
Yeah, and for companies like Grand Power that have the access to those minerals and the access to that ore, they can produce guns more cheaply. So in cases like this guy right here, cases like CZ,
It's like anything, buy them
you
bulk,
can
get better
yeah,
value,
exactly.
but still not suppress quality.
Exactly.
Basically.
And then what they can do is they can release guns like this to the market at a very affordable rate, where like 5-10 years ago you would have never been able to get a gun of this quality for that type.
I see
of
the sights are even adjustable on this too.
Yep.
Just with simple clicks and
Yep.
simple movements, left, up, down, and then we have a fiber optic sight there in the front, which is nice. So it's like what the red one, I guess they would call it reddish oranges, whatever you call it. So cool. Well, good. Okay, next.
So speaking of
guns,
Speaking of
next
CZ,
quality and CZ,
Okay.
so this isn't
We did not
not
plan
all
that
of the
at
guns
all.
that we
That just
have here
happened.
today are.
nice segue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're not all
Wait,
new
is
to
it
the market.
Segways thing you drive? You know, I did one of those
The
one
scooter thing.
Oh,
time.
yeah,
Yeah, me and my
wheels.
girlfriend did one of those.
Yeah.
We drove them, and the guy's like, just watch out for snakes. And I was like, whoa!
Where were you?
I had my gun on me, so up north, up in like the Poconos.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
We drove up
Segways.
there. Yeah, we
We'll have
drove
to check
along the
that out.
thing. They're like, yeah, some
I was
people
thinking
died
something
down
like
over that
chocolate.
hill.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they're like, some people like died down over that hill, and then they're
Yeah.
like, some people like got chased by bears over here.
Wow,
I'm like,
right,
oh, this
the
is
Segways?
this is great.
Is
Yeah,
that-
yeah, because I'm going 13 miles an hour. Last time I checked, bears run at like
Faster
bears run at
than
30.
13 miles
faster
an
than
hour.
13.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, this is a great idea. But
Yeah.
So anyway,
Well, I
Segway.
bet you wish you would've had one of these.
Segway.
I bet you wish.
Yeah,
you
because
would've
what I
one of
had
these.
wouldn't have stopped the bear.
Okay.
Like, you know, I think I had some rocks and some of those.
Oh yeah.
A slingshot.
Yeah, but a make-believe one because I didn't even have a slingshot.
That's fine. You can throw it.
So not everything
Send
we
it.
brought in today is new to the market. Some of it's just new to us. CZ we've been carrying for quite some time, but I brought this one up because it's a cool firearm and not a lot of people realize that we're CZ dealers. So we regularly have a large selection of CZs in stock, which CZ can't be beat for the quality, for the cost. I mean, they make absolute superb firearms.
So where's CZ made at? Where is
Czech
it?
Republic.
Okay.
Prague.
Okay. And an average time frame on CZ right now? Are the firearms coming in reasonably, or are they always on
Like
back order?
Like 85% of them are readily available. We have some models that are hit and miss depending on what contracts they're filling overseas. But for the most part, we can keep a really good stock of them,
Well, with them,
especially
Now-
with this model.
now that they have CZ actually has a location. They have a location in Kansas City, Kansas, and they also partnered with Dan Wesson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have a lot more CZs coming into the country nowadays. A couple
Because
years
they're
ago,
doing
it would have been. I mean, they were scarce, but now, especially if you get on these like more towards the beginning or first half of the year, they're pretty plentiful. And if
Okay.
you're looking for a model, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy for us to get.
Mag capacities, can they change in this gun, or is it the same?
Yeah, so this is actually the P10 Compact. That particular mag has a +2 extender on it because
That's
this is a tactical model.
That's why I asked, because it's hanging
Yeah.
at the bottom of the
Normally it
gun.
would be flush fit, but the tactical model has nice features like suppressor height sights, threaded barrel. Most people are familiar with the Glock 19. Usually, even if you're not
Well, I
gun
guess
savvy,
Who
you know
isn't
the Glock
familiar with
19.
the Glock? I mean, almost
This
the Glock
is-
line, period,
this
right?
is probably
Still
Glock's
a good gun.
greatest competitor. You know, these have an amazing trigger out of the box.
What's the
Big
price range compared, not just to Glock, okay, because we
As
sell a lot of
whole,
Glock
like
guns,
about the same.
but same price.
About the same.
So a lot of this can just come down to like Ford, Chevy, and Dodge. I buy Fords and that's all I buy. right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
it
gonna
doesn't mean
come
that
down
one
to
makes that
preference.
say there. So that's why I go everybody pizza again. Yeah, so it's just a preference in that,
Yeah.
how it fits in your hand. Is this grip changeable in the back?
Yes, it is.
The back straps are adjustable.
Do they come with the
Yes.
extra back straps? How many do they come with?
3, including the one that's
on
that's
it.
in
yeah.
the grip. now.
Okay. How many mags do they come with?
Typically
2.
2.
Do we call them mags or do we call them clips?
They are mags.
Okay, because if you say clips, we do push-ups here,
Yeah.
right?
Clips only go in
Nope.
M1s.
Yeah.
No,
So
not in pistols.
clips are like chips. They go in bags. They hold your chips shut. That's all clips are used for. So don't ever call it a clip. They're mags. So, well, cool. I don't know if I really have anything. I guess the safety on this. We didn't talk about the safety on this one.
So that one doesn't have an external, a manual safety.
This just has the trigger
A
safety.
drop safety and internal safety.
Almost exact, almost
Almost the same
identical
as a
to a Glock.
Wow. Do you know
Yeah.
the trigger pull on this?
That one is going to be somewhere between, I believe, 4.5 and 5.5 pounds.
It is a little lighter. It is a little lighter than a Glock, which is usually around 5.5.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth. I feel the
Really
trigger
nice
maybe.
trigger.
Yeah.
Now again, going back to the whole Eastern European thing, these barrels, CZ, all of CZ's barrels are cold hammer forged. Okay, so the barrels are very strong. They're given to tight tolerances and very high accuracy. Even with their pistols, but especially with their rifles, they're kind of known for that. So it's like a Glock though. It's very easy to maintain. It doesn't take a lot of lubrication or anything. You basically shoot it, clean it, and carry it.
Yeah.
Do we have time for one more?
Yeah. Let's do another one.
So
You guys got time? Okay. They said it's
I brought in one of my personal favorites because this is another one that will be joining our collection quite shortly. This is the Steyr AUG, or as we call it, the AUG.
Is this yours?
Okay, yeah, this
Like
is
this
my
is actually
this is
your
my
guy?
personal one,
Okay.
but we will be bringing in one very similar to this for regular stock.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, besides I have a loophole V6 optic on this, which we also are loophole dealers. So the one we'll be bringing in has the flat rail. Mine has the riser rail.
Okay.
But this is basically like king of the bullpups. These are fantastic, well-built firearms. One of the features I really love about this guy is how easily you can take the barrel off to clean. You got your gas port right here.
It's pretty impressive.
You can change the barrel length if you want to.
Why
No.
would I want to change my barrel length in that aspect?
So if you know you're going to be doing some bench shooting versus like
Longer
doing
shoots?
close distance drills, yeah, I mean this is a 16-inch barrel as it is, believe it or not, and it's an extremely short firearm overall.
That's some umph to it.
It's got some heft, but when you
It
shoulder
got
it,
some-
you know all the weight's back in your shoulder, so it points very comfortably.
So if you're chasing
Very low
Bruce Willis
recoil.
across a high-rise roof
And
Yeah.
jumping off.
and jumping off,
Yeah.
that would be the gun that you'd want to use.
Now I know you're a lefty. You
Yeah.
can make these left or right. They do require a separate bolt, but they are ambi.
Yeah. It's those lefty guys. There's just only a few of us that are special.
Yeah.
And aren't we special? Don't say it, AJ.
Yeah, man.
This particular one takes the proprietary AUG mags, the waffle mags, which is my preference. They make awesome stuff, so I just stick to what they designed it for.
So we're gonna
But we
get.
can get these to take AR mags.
So we're gonna get this in our
We're gonna have them in
portfolio
stock,
very shortly.
and if I can convince someone, I'd like to have one in the rental case as well.
Oh boy, that's expensive.
Yeah, a little bit. But they cut us a break if you're putting it in their range.
Yeah. Maybe they'll cut us a break because we're highlighting it on Doc 360, episode 2.
I think
Season
I think
one.
we're stretching, but that'd be nice. wouldn't
It's
it?
still
That'd be real nice.
it's still a point, you know. So
Lightweight.
where it's made out of where?
Austria.
Okay.
What kind of accuracy typically do you get with this particular gun with like your standard ammo?
I would put it on par with any AR-15.
Yeah.
I mean, the hardest thing about this and the biggest gripe you really hear is about the trigger, which, by the way, I've confirmed. Steyr is working with Geisley to do a drop-in trigger pack to
right
make
on.
that trigger a little bit better. But it's just it's kind of like a double-action trigger, so you kind of have to be familiar with it. But once you get familiar with it, I mean, the accuracy is built into this
Do you
gun.
think people like this design over the older just AR type design? Is it just a thing
Well,
that
everyone loves ARs these days, but the bullpup design itself, like you're getting that, to be able to have that 16-inch length without having that much gun
Yeah.
in front of you, sticking out, causing you to be off balance.
Definitely.
It's a huge advantage. I mean, there are much more bullpups on the market now than what there were before. Now this is also probably one of the oldest bullpups.
Yeah,
on
this
the
is like
market.
one of the originals.
This is what, you know.
Definitely has some oomph to it. So.
Yeah, it's not a lightweight gun, but
Yeah.
that, again, that helps with the recoil.
What else you got laying down on the floor? We got.
Do a quick.
Yeah, we'll knock
Breeze
one or
over.
two things out. And this is just a good overview. It's for our viewers to get an idea of like what Rapid Response does. That's what Doc 360 is about. It's
Yeah.
360 about the company. It can be anything and everything about our shows. So we might do guns one show. We might do metal talk another show.
Any
We
idea?
might do how much employees drive me nuts another show. Like that'd be a really
doing that
really
next week?
really long
Is that
show.
like the next
Did we
week?
decide on next week's?
No, I don't think
Not
we
yet.
did.
Am I
We
bringing a
decided on
sleeping
this
bag
one like
for
an
that
hour
one?
ago. So maybe not like an hour ago, but we decided on it.
Right on.
Yeah.
So this next one, this is the Mossberg MVP Patrol, bolt action firearm in 5.56. Coolest feature with this thing is this takes AR-15 mags. So instead of
that's
having
cool.
your proprietary stupid 5-round mag that you're stuck with, any
I
other
can,
mags
I can
you
go
already
grab
have
a
at
mag
home,
pull or anything, a
exactly.
Tapco, whatever it may be,
you
and
know,
throw in that stuff.
standard threaded barrel, so you can change out your bird cage for a comp or something like that.
And it's chambered in 5.56 too, so you can shoot the same ammo, same magazines. For anybody that likes their ARs, likes that caliber, but wants to do something with just maybe a little bit more precision, or maybe wants to do a little
So
more traditional
You said
shooting with a
something. You
bolt.
said something really good there, which just brought a point up. Is most of avid gun people are going to know this difference, but 223, 5.56, like. So you see some guns advertised 223, then you see some guns advertised 223, 5.56. Explain that, like just a quick explanation.
Oh, okay,
of
so
that.
basically,
Quick.
basically,
We don't want to learn about like who wrote the documents back in.
So you don't want to know like
the 1300s.
average pressure curves or anything.
No,
You just want
no.
me to keep it brief.
Yeah.
Okay, so 5.56 and 223. The bullets are identical. The casings are identical. Okay. The powder that you put inside the casing when you load that cartridge, the powder measure is going to be different because you're looking for higher pressure in a 5.56 than in your standard 223, just because of the room inside the chamber and in the throating. So
components are basically
they're
the same.
identical.
It's the powder going into the
Right.
bolt.
Right.
And the reason why some guns can't shoot 5.56
Is
that
because
is because of just
tighter
how
tolerances.
the gun's made.
Yep, tighter tolerances
Think of a
inside
revolver
the chamber.
that's chambered in 38 special. Some revolvers are not rated for plus P rounds.
Okay.
It's
Right.
the same concept basically. And guns like the Steyr, they actually prefer the higher pressure to cycle.
Right.
Yeah. That way everybody from here on out
Right.
knows when we're talking 223, 5.56.
Yeah, absolutely.
That has a little question in that. Let us
So-
know. And listen, if you ever have any questions with any of this, remember Doc 360 at 911rapidresponse.com is where you go to ask your questions.
Oh, right.
And you get to win stuff. So like we'll probably give away hats in these last two. So if you ask these two questions that we picked, make sure you watch your email. We'll respond back to you. We'll ask for your address and stuff, so we can ship you a free hat or T-shirt or something like that. If you definitely want to do that. Same way with this stuff. If you have questions on firearms, let us know. And if it's a firearm question or something, depending on what the show is, we'll have one of the firearm guys sit in on that show. So.
And by all means, we love talking guns, so come into the shop,
Yeah,
call
we like
us.
talking guns, but guess what else we really like? We like selling guns. AJ.
Selling guns?
Selling guns is even better than
Well,
talking guns.
selling guns.
So selling guns keeps the lights on, and you know what else it does? Keeps
It lets me come back to work.
There you go.
Mark, yes,
There
yes.
you go. It lets you come back to work every day because I know how much you like coming to work,
I do.
but I'm pretty
I do.
sure you wouldn't do it for free.
No.
Just don't.
No,
Just be honest.
I can't.
We
I
would
can't.
to some extent.
I can't.
Okay.
Maybe for like a day or two, but
Yeah, for
no.
like an
Probably
hour.
shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, for like an hour. We can try it.
So
I'm gonna try it for like an hour or two.
no,
I think
we're
it's a
good.
great
We're
idea.
happy. We're happy.
There's like 35 of us here today. That's 35 free hours I get if everybody gives an hour today.
Oh
What do you think
man.
that?
So it made me
Savage,
feel like my
the
sugar
last
went
one
low.
we're gonna go over. This is the Savage 110. More importantly, this isn't a caliber that's been hands down one of our most popular sellers. This is a 6.5 Creedmoor. Laser accurate cartridge. It's been kind of taken over in the rifle industry. Nice heavy flared bolt, high pick rail for putting them out on, fluted barrel, threaded. I mean, this is pretty much your do-all
Take that up there and show that to them.
between tactical shooting
Make sure
and
they can see that. Go a little closer.
between tactical
be afraid,
shooting
they don't
and
bite.
hunting. This is pretty much as slick as it gets. Little less recoil than a 308, but still a good long range cartridge if you're looking to reach out and touch.
So what am I gonna shoot with this?
Well, you could use it for whitetail.
Okay.
You know, that's a
Yeah,
perfectly
great
sizable
hunting
round
round.
for it.
Great
Or
hunting
if you're
round.
just into precision shooting, as AJ and I are starting to get familiar with, if you want to reach out
You
1,000
guys are
yards.
just into work, not precision shooting. You're into shooting.
Yeah.
Just put every other
We
word
do
in
it
front of
all.
it.
That's true.
So, yeah,
That's,
exactly.
that's valid.
Yeah. What are you into? Shooting.
Shooting.
Yeah.
Shooting.
Because it can't say like one thing.
Anything I can do that can facilitate me shooting more.
If it sends a projectile downrange.
Yeah.
Because
I think it's worth noting, like the magazines that those guys take too. I mean, those are lightweight.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are they-
everything
are
is set up. Everything is set up in the stock to make it very lightweight, but it is a bedded. It's a pillared. It's a very rigid platform, and it actually even comes with this one piece heavy base on there. So you pick something like that up, you get some rings and a scope, and you're out at the range.
You know, one thing I like with that is I've seen the safety as soon as I laid it down there. It's up
Yep.
front here.
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
it's
the
just
dexterous.
100% personal preference,
Yeah.
right? But I've always liked my safety on
I'm
here.
with you.
With the same with the shotgun. You
I'm
know,
with you.
Yep.
I'll always love the safety up front here because I was always that left-handed guy that
Yeah.
I had to go like this to reach the safety. You know, so. But forward is fire, back is off. It's a pretty simple
Yep.
safety. You don't have to remember on which way.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for a
Exactly.
newer person shooting that you're training safety
Yeah.
with, it's very easy to train forward fire, back safety.
Absolutely.
Bullet goes forward, push the safety forward.
There's
you know?
another good segue.
So.
If you're ever
Segue.
looking for the training, we do firearms instruction here, both group classes and private instruction.
Yeah. So
We,
if you're
we have
from
a ton of guys that'd be happy to work with you.
so if you're from California or Nevada, I mean, we'd be more than happy to have you fly in,
Absolutely.
sit down, do some trainings for the day,
Absolutely.
show you around the facility. About an hour tour is what it takes, and then get you back to Nevada. I mean, you should be able to do it in 2 days, right? Sounds
Bang
like
it
a pretty
bang
good
it out,
Are you
yeah.
looking for new business in Nevada?
Yeah, I mean, I like my people in Nevada
Well, there's a lot of shooting out there.
and
A
Montana
lot of long range.
and,
A lot of long range.
and
out
everything
there.
else out there that
Yeah.
has all those things with horns that run
Yeah,
around.
I'd be all for a Nevada trip.
Maybe we
This isn't
maybe
going
we reach
there.
out. Maybe we reach out.
Maybe
and
we
go
should
there
go there
and bring
because-
them back.
We didn't go to SHOT Show this year. We could maybe
Yeah.
make that a part of next year.
Jake can come with us.
Jake, you mean that marketing guy?
That guy over there sits in the office, man.
What is he
I
doing?
say hi to him every
I thought
time I
he-
walk in the
He
morning.
still works here.
Yeah.
Poor Tom.
Dude,
He's working. He's
He
giving us
does-
3 hours right now.
he does awesome things in the marketing, though.
What does he do?
He made me look like Jeremy Renner during this
I
one.
thought
That's right.
I thought you were gonna say one of Jeff's jokes where he goes, "Can you make me look thinner?" But-
No,
No,
dude,
bro.
made
Jeff,
me look
sorry,
like
Jeff.
Jeremy Renner. I
Just
thought I
floating
was
like white
Hawkeye.
boxes next to him.
Yeah, sorry.
I
Jeff.
forgot that I wasn't. I walked in my house and I looked in the mirror and I was disappointed because I didn't see
didn't
see
work.
Jeremy Renner looking.
You know, we have a graphics department, and we could decal your mirror
Ooh,
with the picture. So when you look
who
at
do I
it,
talk to about
every time, his name's PJ.
that? PJ? I'll
Yeah.
talk to PJ.
Yeah, you probably passed him on the way here. He's probably screwing off right now. Yeah, probably trying to set up that new
That's
printing
not
machine.
good.
That thing is huge.
It is
I did see it. by the way.
ridiculous.
Oh, he was trying to do
It
that.
is
actually.
ridiculous. The company was in here earlier, I guess. So they're like, "Yeah, it's a big printer." No, it stands at
the
the
company
floor.
who made it.
This is ridiculous. Talking about PJ.
Well, maybe that's.
Hey
not
PJ, I'm on doing a show right now with Doc 360, and I have you on speakerphone. And we're talking about your printer machine right now, actually. So can I call you back, or is it like drastically important? Is the building burning down over there?
No, we're good.
It's not burning down. Is the
Like he's gonna say it's burning down.
he wouldn't tell me it's burning down anyways. Okay,
No,
I just
we're
wanted
good,
to
but
make
I'm
sure.
leaving.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't call you, I just run.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
he was just running.
It's on fire.
That's great.
It's on fire,
Could
but
you
I'm
at least try to
leaving.
put it out?
I
Our
just wanted
insurance
to
isn't
let
that good,
Oh,
so the
I just
deductibles are crazy high.
I just called 911.
Oh, okay. So you
Probably
basically,
call.
yeah, you probably would. Okay. Bye, PJ.
All right.
He calls me
Anything
all
else
the
we have
time.
to
Nope,
wrap
that's
up
all I
this
got.
week?
So cool. Doc360 at 911rapidresponse.com. Make sure you shoot us some messages there. We hope you like episode 2. 1, 2.
You got it.
I got it.
It's close
And
enough.
Nailed it.
Close enough.
1, 2.
Nailed it.
Send it right there.
Send it. Full send.
That's it. That's it. That's it. We're done. We're good.